Welcome to Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, the big butch manly pop culture podcast whose cyclocardiograms are a perfect match. I'm Shane Holland.
I'm Andrew Wheeler.
Today, we're talking about the 1968 science fiction movie Barbarella, directed by Roger Vadim, with a screenplay by Terry Southern, Roger Vadim, Claude Brulé, Vittorio Bonicelli, Clement Biddlewood, Brian Degas, Tudor Gates, and Jean-Claude Forest. Based on the comic strip by Jean-Claude Forest. Foret? That's a lot of people to write this movie. To be fair, it's about 5 different movies.
Terry Southern did not know all those other people were credited on the movie. He was quite upset about it.
I would be too.
He's the man that co-wrote Doctor Strangelove, you know? It's a big deal.
And his work shines in this film, let me tell you. This movie was produced by Dino De Laurentiis and stars Jane Fonda, John Philip Law, Marcel Marceau, Anita Pallenberg, Milo O'Shea, Ugo Tonazzi, and David Hemmings as Dildano. The music was by Bob Crewe and Charles Fox. This was a uniquely 60s collaboration between schlock cinematic genius Dino De Laurentiis, cerebral sex siren Fonda, her husband, erotic movie auteur Roger Vadim, and counterculture satirist Terry Southern. Barbarella is a space adventurer who's assigned to track down the inventor of a doomsday weapon to prevent mass destruction. Along the way, she discovers and shares the gift of sex. And I would like to point out right now that we both dressed for the role. I pulled these out of storage, and I think thigh highs connected by suspenders is the most Barbarella thing I will ever own or do.
And did I throw on a sheepskin rug onto my shoulders and just hold it there desperately? I'll never tell. But I am going to take this off now because it's just absolutely inconvenient to my entire existence.
I'm keeping
I'm
these
also going to
on.
have to take off the shades, though they are gorgeous. No, you can do that. But taking everything else off means, gun show, pin show. We've got it all covered.
Yeah.
You bring the pins, I'll bring the guns. Let's make lots of money.
The only person bringing the guns is Jane Fonda today.
Are those guns, Shane? Are they?
They're fully loaded. Let's talk about our relationship to this movie, our initial reactions. Andrew, when was the first time you saw Barbarella?
As an impressionable teenager, I would say probably I was about 15, 16 when I saw it. I did not understand. There was no way that I could understand this movie at that age because it's about sexual liberation and the experience of being a woman. And
not to mention it's indecipherable.
It's a big, frothy topic. And I just knew it was a great movie, even if I didn't understand it. And have since spent my life as a sort of John the Baptist of Barbarella, just spreading the good word and making sure that people who need to see this movie see this movie.
Me included. You introduced me to this film during our original run of the podcast, and I was immediately taken by it. I've seen it once fully, like from start to finish before, and I believe we've had it on in the background at parties and such a couple of times since, but this was like really my second time seeing it all the way through again, and wow, I had just forgotten everything but remembered everything I needed to know. What a beautiful, insane, campy, horny film. It's perfect.
Every time I see this movie, it's the first time seeing this movie. There's just, as I said while we were watching, it is a rich text, and I will not apologize for saying that.
Yeah, very rich. I mean, my God, so many things. I better adjust my tongue box is said with a completely straight face. That the excessive machine.
Decrucify the angel.
Decrucify the angel, my God. Pygar, why on earth did you save her? An angel has no memory. The end.
Pygar. She literally tore your feathers out. It's a feast of ideas, this movie. It's a 98-minute movie with maybe 30 minutes of actual plot, but like 5 to 7 hours of ideas, of style, just lusciousness. Like it's, a fur-lined spaceship, creepy children, creepy dolls, The Last Angel, people being turned to stone or turning translucent. All of that is the first, 15 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
It's extraordinary, this film. Truly extraordinary.
Saying it has 30 minutes of plot is very generous.
I mean, can you really tell how much plot it has if you don't understand the plot at any point?
Good point.
She's trying to say, find the man that created a weapon, but everything else that happened is like, I guess.
It's an experience.
I guess.
Yeah. And I mean, honestly, the plot is inconsequential at best. Like, this is a showcase. This is a thought. This is cinema. I don't really know how else to put it, but this is like a visual audio feast with this incredible character personified by one of the best, Jane Fonda. And I think that needs to lead us directly into the women. She is a revelation, and it shocks me each time how incredible she is in this film. Like, she is given difficult material to work with, and she sells it. Like, she's full of naivete. She is full of sexuality. She is full of discovery, and she sells it all so well.
The word I used was actual goddess. So we both used religious terms to refer to Jane Fonda, and that is correct.
Mm-hmm.
This is an incredible, one of the smartest women, one of the smartest people in Hollywood and in the culture as a whole, I believe. And she plays this gorgeous knife with incredible conviction and believability. Do not confuse the character for the actor. They're very different people. But it's such a brilliant performance that she sells it 100% and makes you fall in love with Barbarella from the opening striptease. Whether you're straight, gay, or asexual, aromantic, we all have reasons to love Barbarella.
I wonder what Jane's thoughts are on this film and this character, because she is such, she is one of the leaders of the feminist movement in Hollywood. Like, she is a symbol of sexual liberation, partly because of this film, but partly because of all of the work that she did in protesting and speaking out and being a champion of equal rights for women. This movie, critics would say, maybe this movie set feminism back, but I actually see it as quite the opposite, where it is full-throatedly saying women's liberation, women's sexuality, women in the workforce, is just so pro-woman, this movie.
Yeah, it's a movie about sexual liberation, and there is no women's liberation without sexual liberation. I think Jane Fonda was smart enough to know that this movie was leapfrogging over feminism to get to sort of a more modern pro-sex ideal. And that's super impressive to make a movie that maybe was going to be condemned in its lifetime, but was going to endure in the culture and have much longer legs, shall we say, than the initial pop.
And
put them away.
On top of her character, her acting, she's just, and I don't want to reduce her to this, but she's so beautiful. She is truly a timeless beauty, and she gets to wear some of the most incredible outfits ever conceived of for film. I mean, she is a 5-star, double-rated astronavigatrix, women in STEM, we love to support it.
Right.
And she goes from, floating in her plastic film winged spacesuit with mercury-filled helmet to being completely nude. And she is beautiful in both. She can wear everything and nothing, and she just oozes that sexuality.
Yeah. I think being unashamedly sexy is, again, it's that's part of a complete breakfast of feminism. You can be beautiful or you can not be beautiful. Jane Fonda can't not be beautiful, of course. She is one of the most beautiful women to ever live.
I get it.
I was, in doing my background reading for this movie, I noted that when she was cast in this, she had been, it said on Wikipedia, because that's what research means, it said that she had been the subject of 2 sex scandals prior to this movie coming out. And then I read what the sex scandals were. One was her naked body had been projected onto the side of a building, and the other was that pictures of her nude on the set of a movie had been leaked to Playboy. And I'm like, those aren't sex scandals.
Nope.
That's just nudity. Like, there's no sex involved in those sex scandals. What is wrong with us as a culture? But I think one of the great control things she did with this movie is she brought her husband in. She was the one that said, I'll do the movie if my husband, Roger Vadim, is the one that directs it. That's power.
Mm-hmm.
I should note, they were married at the time of the movie. They both consciously recoupled several times since, I believe.
That makes sense. I love how the character of Barbarella transforms after having sex for the first time, but she transforms into, dare I say, like a free woman. Like she is more herself, and she gives freely of herself, and she's in charge of sex, like almost the entire time up until the very end, where that control is taken away from her in the climax of the film.
First image and the last image of a movie will tell you so much about what the movie is telling you. And in this case, the first thing we see is her in a spacesuit alone. And the last thing we see is her flying free in a throuple wearing a tiny go-go dress. You know, that's the art.
That's the arc I hope for all of us.
Yes.
Now,
there's only really one other woman in this movie.
Exactly where I was going.
Is it time to move on, or do you have more to say about
No,
Jane?
it's time to move on. That's exactly where I wanted to go. Hello, pretty, pretty. We need to talk about the Black Queen.
Pretty, pretty. That line, one of my all-time favorites. I think maybe one of the reasons I make everyone I love watch this movie is so that they can understand me when I say pretty, pretty. Except now everyone else says it more often than I do. So what can you do? The great tyrant is played by Anita Pallenberg, who was a 60s it girl, the muse / groupie of the Rolling Stones. Horrible story, honestly. Her involvement with that band involved a very nasty relationship with a guy who died. So good for her. I don't think she killed him. But yes, Anita Pallenberg, gorgeous 26-year-old girlish beauty with an edge, and then with the smoky voice of 47-year-old stage veteran Joan Greenwood, sounding so much like Fenella Fielding that I thought it was her. What a character.
Her introduction is her wearing an eye patch that she does not need and twirling her daggers. My God, it's iconic. And then when she introduces herself as the Great Tyrant, she just has so much power, and she's wearing this incredible black see-through dress. Just an absolute bombshell of a human being.
Yeah. She's wearing feather and lace and crystal that covers a lot of her skin, but not where you think. And a horn.
A horn
in the middle of her wig. I mean,
so tyrannical.
Can't go without mentioning a horn. Yeah, what a tyrant.
Again, this movie is very horny.
Tyrant. I mean, I wish our tyrants were anywhere near as great as this one.
Truly, twins who go squid sledding, like dog sledding, but with a giant squid, obviously. There's
Thing 1 and Thing 2, as I like to think of them.
There's a rock woman, there's a doll woman, there's a lion woman. They do not have lines. They exist in the background. There's the hippie women who get high off the taste of men.
Yes, I mean, relatable.
Yep.
There is one other woman who gets a credit, and that is Captain Moon, played by Veronique Vendel, and that sounds like a fabulous character. She's one of the tyrant's guards wearing hot pink leggings, and I want to know her story. What is her story? Because Veronique Vendel as Captain Moon should be its own movie.
Absolutely.
Surely.
Right? This movie deserves so many sequels, and apparently they tried multiple times. They've tried reboots and remakes, and they just can't make it work. And I get it. Like, there's no way you could capture the essence of the original here.
This could have been our Bond for
women.
Gays and the girls.
Speaking of gays, let's talk about the boys.
I mean, it's got to be Mark Hand gets the first shout out because he is I think the hunkiest hunk in the movie, and he's the one we meet and discard first. He is half Han Solo, half Chewbacca, and he's the first time I think a movie has had a child catcher as a heroic figure rather than a villainous one. So we love to see it, you know?
Yes, absolutely applauding that move. For me, so he enters wearing, as you say, a Chewbacca suit. He's wearing a fur
Yeah.
gorilla bodysuit from his neck down. And then he reveals that he is as furry underneath that suit as the costume. It's insane. It's such an insane detail. And is that his real hair? It can't be, right? No man has that much hair on his chest.
I don't think that's possible, but Ugo Tognazzi, I don't like that. Tognazzi is an Italian, and who knows, maybe he came down from the Alps naked and adapted to his
That's the
terrain.
guy.
Yeah. I'll have to watch some more Ugo Tognazzi movies just to let you know.
Yes, absolutely. I'd like to join in on that watch. Was Austin Powers inspired by his chest hair? I think there's an argument
Weren't
to be
we
made
all
that
inspired
yes.
by?
Other than Markhand, Ugo, we have Pygar, the blind angel, who's introduced next, who is a sculpted, tall, tanned man. Absolutely Romanesque, like he's just an Adonis. He's gorgeous.
Yeah, John Philip Law has had a few. Like, I feel like he's not that well known of an actor. Like, he's not someone that people casually know because he mostly appeared in sort of B-movie stuff. But he appeared in B-movies that people love. Like, he's the star in Danger Diabolique, which is coming up on our list of movies to talk about. He was Sinbad in one of my favorite Ray Harryhausen movies. And I think that's where I sort of developed a crush on him. In that, he's dark-haired and also mysteriously very tan and has a beard. So it's like, oh yeah, he's playing an Arab man. It was the culture at the time.
And this was your favorite?
I had to choose a non-racist movie when I was 14. There weren't any.
Right. Okay. Fair. At least I know that we've both been canceled at some point by doing this show together. There is a line, the blackguards, they're leathermen. They contain no fleshy substance. And that's about right.
I don't know. I've known some leathermen to contain a lot of fleshy substance. They just
Yes.
didn't come with it themselves.
Right. There are a lot of incidental hotties in the Black Queen's court and in the city of Sogo.
Yes.
I don't think there are any incidental hotties in the Labyrinth, or at least we don't see enough of anyone to make that judgment, but they are supposed to be gross.
Are you saying Marcel Marceau doesn't do it for you?
I gotta say, Marcel Marceau is not my type, especially in that patchy, weird white beard of his.
Yeah, there are some very beautiful, like, European model boys just lounging around in, like, the sort of nightclubby sequences. There's one point where there are, like, two almost identical blondes in a bar, just sort of, I don't know, I think picking each other up is my presumption. And the hot piratey boy with the see-through plastic trousers who first attempts to assault Barbarella and is murdered by the great tyrant for his pains. Not a great character, let's say that.
Nope, but
that boy is hot.
Yep, I agree.
That actor, gorgeous, and I need to find him.
I hate to tell you, he's probably dead.
Everyone in this movie is dead except Jane Fonda and the woman that played Captain Moon. Tough times.
Tough times. There are really only a few other main male characters. One of them being Duran Duran, the namesake of an absolute banger of a band and an absolutely terrible, like, evil character who is iconic and such a big character. Let's say that.
Let's say that. Yes, he's no one's crush. That's safe to say, which is why he's so angry. He's been aged 40 years by the math moss. So you'll have to watch the movie to understand that, and you still won't.
Nope.
So I'm not going to.
It's this liquid energy that lives underneath a glass surface.
It's evil.
It's evil, but it's also protective. And then there is
it's a lot.
Dildano, who is such an incredible character. He is every male insecurity in a very handsome package. And I love that about him.
Oh, honestly, yeah, leather-clad, uptight revolutionary. He's David Hemmings, who is something of a legend of the cinema, has been in so many movies, and if you don't recognize the name, you would know his face from some point in his career because, you know, he's been around the block, so to speak, in the best way. And yeah, he gets like a special credits, like featuring David Hemmings as Dildano, because like even then, it was a big deal to have David Hemmings in your movie.
He was only 29 when this movie came out, maybe even 28.
Yeah.
I feel like he looks like he's my age. People just aged differently. Men aged differently in the 60s and 70s and 80s and 90s.
It's the Mathmos.
It's the
Shane.
Mathmos.
It's the Mathmos.
It's been released. We're all breathing in the Mathmos. Drinking in the Mathmos? It doesn't matter.
Let's talk about the music.
Oh my god. Barbarella psychedella. That's the part that hooks me. Like psychedella. What a great word. It just heightens, and then you think it can't go any further, and then it laughs in your face and heightens some more. It's such an incredible, weird theme song. I love it. I absolutely love it. The whole soundtrack is so of its time, but to me, it's perfect.
It's very listenable. You know, it's very like easy listening vibes. Bob Crew is the man responsible for, I think, all or almost all of the music. But yes, that opening Barbarella theme, I don't know if it has another name. It starts with orchestral tinkling, it surges into panpipe pop bop, and then swoony singing by, I think, Bob Crew himself with a ba-ba-ba-ba backing chorus. Perfection. And then the rest of the soundtrack is the way that theme weaves through the score of the movie in ways that I'm still noticing, like little catches of like da-da-da-da-da-da-da, but like slowed down or off key or like just twisted around to suit different moments of the movie. It's a great soundtrack.
Yeah, you pointed out the Barbarella theme in an incidental sting today, and I was shocked.
Yeah.
Like, the detail in the music itself was so specific and really helped to tell this untellable story in a way.
There are other songs in the movie. They're sort of, I don't know, they're so bizarrely incongruous. And the fact that, like, we get two songs by the Bob Crew Generation Orchestra featuring the Glitter House, but they're like in basically bookending one scene and then no more songs.
Yep.
It's like, why? Why did those parts need songs? Love, Love, Love Drags Me Down and I Love All the Love in You. Neither of them particularly memorable, but when they happen in the movie, I'm always like, yeah, this bit. Okay.
The Love Drags Me Down, is that the name of it? That's what happens when she's...
Love, Love, Love Drags Me Down.
Sorry, Love, Love, Love Drags Me Down. That's the song when Mark Hand drags her down and convinces her to have sex for the first time. Physical intimacy, not just...
That's right.
Which also...
Not the hair curling kind, but the body shredding kind.
Yeah, that's an incredible moment. Actually, every time she has sex, it's like wonderful. Like, I actually just really enjoy those scenes. It's funny, it's poignant.
How many movies can you name where a woman has multiple sexual partners and isn't judged for it, you know?
Honestly.
It's still ahead of the curve.
But I've got to say, when she has sex with Dildano, that is truly the best scene in the movie for me. He's so out of his league, and their hands are smoking, and her hair literally curls, and then she finishes, and he's still going, and she's like, oh, sorry. And she waits for him to finish. Oh my God. Good. Very good.
Just the curling effect on her hair when they're having the hand-on-hand sex.
How?
Amazing.
How do they do that?
Cool. I don't know. Actually.
It's like a really
it's one
good
of those
effect.
things where you're like, oh, that's really funny.
Yeah.
And then later you're thinking, wait. Was that like animation?
Was it were there wires in her hair? I don't get it.
I mean, maybe she had her hair curled and there were wires straightening it and
then
they
do it back.
whipped them away.
I don't know. It looked fucking great.
The last piece of music, of course, is "An Angel Is Love," sung by Bob Crewe.
Beautiful.
That's an amazing song
Yeah.
as well. Like, do, 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 do. It's so "An Angel Is Love." It's very hair coded.
Very hair. Oh, what's that other one? Godspell. Godspell, I was also thinking. It's very gospel-y.
It's like a weird religious moment almost in the end of the
She's
least
free,
godly
Andrew.
movie.
She's free. What could be more free? What could be
She's
more
free.
godlike than being free?
Well, maybe some Paco Rabanne-inspired fashion
Let's talk
could be more
about the
godlike than being free.
fashion. There's so many amazing fashion moments.
Yeah, there should be a helpful cheap
Thank you.
sheet in your notes there, Shane.
I am well
the
aware.
8 outfits that Barbarella wears. I will make sure they're all flashing up on the screen as we discuss them. But yes, there are 8 Barbarella outfits, not a stinker among them, just banger after banger after banger.
I have got to say, like, the way that these outfits have all been referenced on Drag Race is astounding. And least of all, the spacesuit outfit. I feel like someone has literally done the silver spacesuit top with plastic wings before, because seeing it like this makes me feel like, oh, this is like striking something in me, bringing something up in me that I remember from outside of this film.
Arousing something within you.
Something stirring. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, the first outfit feels very like actually sort of 80s, like it's puffy jacket time. It very insulated, very body covering, of course, which is why it's so remarkable that she then strips off naked in Zero Gravity. Another incredible special effects moment. Yeah, that's maybe the spacesuit is the least of her outfits, but also in some ways the most iconic because of the context of it. And it's still a great looking spacesuit.
It is. But then her next outfit, as you said, completely nude. But then she goes and changes into this leather and metal and plastic shielded number that is just so stunning. It is like a piece of armor. It is a piece of fashion. You can see her like bare breast through the plastic molding around her. And she just looks so good. And her hair also, her hair is out to here the entire film, but it just looks so good framing this sleek black leather catsuit.
And just the little cutouts at the thighs, at the top of the thighs, just to allow her like movement, basically, but also that makes it all the more sexy and kinky.
One of the things I love is that both men and women get cutouts in their outfits in this movie. Like, sexuality is not limited to just the female characters. Men also get to be sexy in this film, which I think is also pretty rare.
The one revolutionary who Dildano tries to get to leave through the secret door, who has just these 2 square cutouts around not just his nipples, but his entire pectorals, with just a thin strip down the middle. Great. Really great to see that on a guy, you know?
Yeah, more of that, please, in our culture. Her next outfit is like a classic silver bra and silver skirt with silver cape and black leggings. It's so good.
Yeah, I feel like this is one that... Is this the one referenced in the posters?
I believe so, yeah.
I think certainly this photo... this photo is literally...
That's that.
Behind me.
Yeah. God.
Icon.
Bless. That's an amazing outfit.
Fall and kill me, Jane.
She might.
Such a good, space adventurer, explorer outfit. Very impractical, very gorgeous, incredible boots. But it gets torn to shreds by dolls. Yeah, sorry, you're right. But this outfit does get torn to shreds by the little dolls with the little mechanical mouths and the lipstick.
Terrifying.
And so she, after having sex with the beautiful Mark Hand, she puts on the pelt of a skunk, but a alien skunk, and transforms it into this little shorty dress that somehow it becomes instantly a fashion statement and has the longest tail. And I could believe she would wear that outfit longer if it weren't for the tail constantly catching on things.
A great humor. Like, she's taking herself so seriously throughout this entire film. And then her tail gets stuck behind her and she has to pull it through the door that opens like a cloaca. I don't know. And then it's also as you say, just this beautiful garment. Yeah.
Yeah, savage Barbarella, basically.
Yeah. And then we get to my favorite piece, which is the silver vest mini bodysuit. I don't know what you would call it.
It's like an abbreviated jumpsuit.
Yeah, yeah. But it's got these black straps across the chest and boots that are held up by suspenders. And I'd forgotten that this outfit existed, and I think I know what I'm doing for Halloween next year. Or just in my day-to-day life.
If we're all picking Barbarella outfits for Halloween, I might have to go with the skunk outfit unless my roommate gets there first. So we'll have to have a conversation.
Fight.
My roommate Levi. If I say roommate, then Levi gets mad at me.
Well, to be fair, they have a name.
Okay, apparently. And then the other outfit Levi might choose instead, because I believe they were saying the red outfit. And this is the only outfit that comes close to being red.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not a lot of red, but it's a white bodysuit with a chainmail bra and chainmail skirt and a red thong, and then silver boots with red cuffs. And this is the other outfit that I would say is maybe the most iconic Barbarella outfit.
Mm-hmm.
It's so cool and chic and versatile, because when she gets her clothing torn by the rapturous birds, it becomes a nice two-piece.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it is a beautiful, beautiful garment. Those boots are incredible. And the fact that it's like made of chainmail and still so form-fitting is a testament to costume design.
Yeah, for real.
Her next outfit is this is the black cape that she wears after being rescued by Dildano, right?
Yes, yeah.
Another great piece, lots of leather and metal accents. I feel like it is a version of a few of the pieces we've seen before. It also has cutout breasts, if I remember correctly.
Breast.
That was
breast.
It, yes. Very cool.
Before you leave the house, always pop out one breast to complete the look.
Take one thing out, as they say, yeah.
And then we end in, I think this outfit might be the one that's actually designed by Paco Rabanne rather than just inspired by Paco Rabanne. It's the green sort of go-go tunic dress with the classically Paco Rabanne like metal discs hanging off it to give it a sort of shimmer and shake. Yeah, this is her Timothy Dalton / Gordon look, and it's another banger. All bangers, no filler with this queen.
Agreed. And that's not the only fashion in the movie. I mean, we mentioned the Great Tyrant. Her the two outfits that I remember the most are the eye patch with the street rat. She's got a black eye patch, a leather collar, and this red top. It's like red silk and then red leather bodysuit with a giant cutout that nearly shows everything.
Yeah, it's like perfectly matched to her skin tone, or her skin tone was perfectly matched to this piece of plastic that is like a giant. Well, you know what it is.
Yeah. And then, of course, we've talked about the
horny
outfit with the lace and the feathers. Very cool. Her dream outfit also is pretty fantastic.
Yeah. We don't get a sort of showcase moment for that one, I feel like, but it is this very like skimpy, sexy fringe thing over like a nude bodysuit. Her hair now has like flecks of white in it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, where is this woman getting her hair done? Because her hair is purple, isn't it? As the street rat.
It starts off purple, and then, for sure.
I mean, her wig collection is superb. And my favorite thing about the dream outfit is it has this clasp that is two silver hands that connect around the neck. What a vibe.
What a vibe. I feel like I also want to mention Dildano's leather outfit. Very cool, high-necked with like this different colors, a more flesh tone color strip that goes down the center, and then arm cuffs that are different colors, and it's also like a short skirt on a man, and I love a short skirt on a man.
Absolutely. And I do want to call out Veronique Vendel, who, as I said, plays the silent Captain Moon. But she has this incredible, like, wrestling outfit, basically. She looks like she's about to knock John Cena's block off. Giant blowout, black band, purple like cycling shorts with the biggest silver cup you've ever seen. It's such a butch femme masterpiece of an outfit, and we don't get to see nearly enough of it on the screen.
Agreed. And then there's the fursuit bodysuit for the hirsute men.
I hope this doesn't awaken anything in me.
I mean, also, like, that's just the fashion, but this film is also like gorgeous. I mean, her spaceship, the Alpha 7, has floor to ceiling to and everything in between shag carpeting. It's got a flappy computer. It has weird like wood molding with silver hand. I'm not quite sure what that was. Was that a weapon?
It was one of the weapons that was sent to her, yeah, and it's just like this amazing, like, where can I find someone that can create a replica of this, like, polished wood carving with silver hands thing? I mean, all the weapons look like sex toys,
Yeah.
let's be clear, and that's not a happenstance. That's design.
Yeah. The door to the Alpha 7, like the way in and out, is behind a painting of Sunday in the Park.
Yeah,
And she's also got a statue
classic
of
Jules
Artemis or
Surratt.
Diana in there as well. Really cool.
Yes, I feel like I can find that one in a Value Village any day now, you know?
Definitely.
Yeah, the sets are incredible. The little moments, the hookah with a man swimming inside, what a triumph of conception and execution. The like people wearing these like giant, I wrote down Guinan hats, but they're much bigger than Guinan's
Yes.
hats.
Yeah.
And some of them are eye hats. One of them is this guy in like just this black jelly bean. I don't know. It's incredible and crazy. And there's this at the hookah, there's this bald woman with the most perfect eye makeup and feathers just sort of glued to the side of her head. And I'm like, this is the woman I want to be. I mean, I love her.
We're so close. We're so close. I love that there are like naked men and women behind semi-translucent walls everywhere. I love that Duran Duran's Death Ray is like very avant-garde, future room. Everything. My God, the dream room is so beautiful. It's like a black box theater with spinning convex and concave glasses and then feathery spikes kind of shooting out from the ground everywhere. And the great tyrant sleeps in a bed that is in the shape of a woman, which is just so insane.
Legs akimbo. I think it might even be her.
It
like,
probably
I think it's
is.
a bed that is her because that's who she is. And you haven't even mentioned the Death Sex piano, which I know is a favorite of yours.
Oh my God. The way I want to go out in this life is by the excessive machine. Is that what it's called?
I think that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Death Sex piano, excessive machine.
That scene is brilliant. She sells sex, like literally in that, and she beats the machine, which is just such a commentary on men not being able to please this woman.
Sometimes you just have to beat the machine. I mean, preach.
Let's talk about the queerness.
Sexual liberation is queer, you know?
Yeah.
The central theme of this movie is queer.
Definitely. Also, they're murderous dolls. And the computer is obviously a little sweet in the tank.
Is he? You know. Yeah, the navigation robot, whose name I think is Alfie. I thought that sounds so much like Camp Carry On icon Kenneth Williams. Surely it must be him. I looked it up. No one has ever been credited. And a lot of people think it's Kenneth Williams. But Kenneth Williams never said. So that's a mystery.
Wow.
But I'm willing to bet it is Kenneth Williams because it sounds so close to his voice, just sort of tweaked a little for the robotness.
Besides that, I mean, there's no outright explicit queerness. Like, no, there's no two men kissing.
Right.
But there are two women in a throuple at the very end of the film. Does that count? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, Barbarella and the Great Tyrant certainly seem to be into each other.
Hmm.
I think it would be, does that give them too much credit? Maybe, but I don't think people would want us to deny it either. Like, I don't think I would not deny that as a queer element. And I think there will be queer women who are very, attached to that relationship as they should be.
Yeah.
And also, this is a film with human chandelier bondage, children being represented as a nasty little threat to humanity that need to be captured and taken out of circulation. I mean, is that not queer culture?
Honestly,
Sleeping in a bed that looks like you with your legs spread wide? I
that's the
mean,
dream.
calling Barbarella pretty when you first see her. Like, I think the Great Tyrant is queer.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any denying that she's queer.
Okay, you know what? You've kind of convinced me.
Good.
Well, shall we score this incredible film?
Yes, I'm giving the movie 1,000 out of 5. Is that reasonable?
I think you can just give it 5 out of 5. That still equals 100%.
All right. Okay. Fine. It's a 5.
It's a 5. It's what an experience. That's all I can say.
It's one of my favorite movies. It belongs in my little kitsch camp collection, of which there are less than a dozen movies that I have Blu-rays of. And I don't want more than about a dozen Blu-rays in my life. I need this and Flash Gordon and a couple of other things, Showgirls, obviously. And I'm fine,
Makes sense. And yeah, this one is got to be maybe the crown jewel.
I think so.
What about
the women?
I mean, do the two women make the entire film? Absolutely.
The movie's called Barbarella. It's Barbarella.
Yeah.
Yeah. It gets the point because it's a woman's story. Even if there aren't a lot of women in it, it's a story about women's live.
Yeah, absolutely. And God, what a story. The boys. Do the boys get a point?
World. So, there's no one in this movie who's a hardcore crush for me. There's no one in here that sort of impacted my libido as hard as, say, Flash Gordon and Prince Baron, But there's no denying the appeal of Pygar and of Mark Hand and even David Hemmings as Dildana. And just the sort of general ambiance of freakish sexuality. Yeah, I'm giving it the boy point.
Okay.
And you?
I was kind of on the fence. Are the men cute or hot enough for me?
Mm-hmm.
And do they have enough to do? I'm kind of thinking how I would rate the women in a Bond film. Do the women actually have anything to do here?
Right.
Yeah, they do. I mean, they don't. Barbarella saves the day, but she is significantly aided by all of the men at some point or another. And yeah, I mean, Mark Hand alone could ravage me the way that he ravaged her. I'll give them the point. I'm a little tentative, but I'm going to give them the point.
Because if you can't contain me here, Shane, where can you contain me?
Truly.
I mean, honestly.
The music?
You know where this is going for me.
Yeah, but also for me, it's the music gets a point. This is such an incredible theme song, and the music throughout is beautiful and so, as I said, so of a time, but it fits so wonderfully.
The Barbarella theme is playing in my head right now, and I'm not even mad about it.
Same.
I'm just barely stopping myself from bursting into song.
Barbarella, psychedelic, never met a girl. Barbarella, Barbarella. Okay. What about the fashion? This is an obvious one.
Yes,
of course.
Obviously.
Duh.
It's one of the most high fashion films ever made.
Set the standard. The queerness?
It gets it from me. I'm gonna say Great Tyrant is a lesbian, and the movie is fundamentally queer because it's about sexual liberation. That's where I'm coming down on this.
Okay.
That's how I'm giving this movie.
Okay, I get it.
10 out of 10.
Yeah. Oh, God. Am I going to go back on my word and say it has to be explicit?
Only God can judge you.
You're right, though. Sexual liberation
And me.
is so queer. It is something that we are still
Yeah.
fighting for as queer people. And in
Yeah.
that, I can see myself in this film. I will give it the point.
Yes, I win.
Yeah, I didn't know this was a competition or a game.
No, it's not. It's not between us. It's between me and reality.
Okay, got it. Well, you know what? Reality wins 9 out of 10 of them, so I'll let you have this one.
You're right. Thank you.
Wait, we haven't even discussed.
But there is still the possibility of a penalty.
Does it get a penalty?
It's a very white movie,
Okay.
but it doesn't say anything racially gross that I can recall. I can't think of a reason to give it a penalty. I mean, do all the characters seem to die at the end except for 3 of them, and one of whom is literally a tyrant? Yes, but that's the story. That's not the problem.
And like this, as we said, the story is neither here nor there. Like, the story washes over us. So yeah, I'm not gonna give it a penalty. I'm just gonna give this to you. This is a perfect film.
It's a perfect film. Don't believe us? Watch the film. Still not convinced?
Watch it
again, but with all your friends.
Mm-hmm. Let them tell you how wrong you are and show you how perfect it is.
Yeah, spread the word.
Mm-hmm.
Preach the Bible of Barbarella. The Barbarella.
Ah, I see what you did there. Very good. Very clever. Andrew, I loved watching this film with you again. Thank you for introducing it to me all those years ago.
Anytime.
I know.
Anytime you want to come over and watch Barbarella, I'm always down. My roommate was Levi was literally complaining, like, didn't we just watch this? I'm like,
so?
And you're complaining
Yeah.
why?
And did they sit down and watch nearly the entire film with us? Yes. So.
Yes. And will they do that every time I put it on? Yes.
If you...
Levi loves this film, I love this film, you love this film.
Yeah, I do, and you will too. And if you enjoyed this film, this video, then please click the like button, subscribe to this channel, tell your friends about us, tell your friends about Barbarella, and as Barbarella would say, kiss, kiss.
Bang, bang.
Pretty, pretty.
Pretty, pretty.
If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button and subscribe to this channel. You can follow Kiss Kiss Bang Bang on Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, and Letterboxd at KKBBpod, or email us at kisskissbangbangpod@gmail.com.
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang is recorded in Toronto on the traditional territory of many nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabeg, the Chippewa, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat peoples.